So apparently we need to work together on this. After I posted about how we're working on the 2027 World Schooling cruises, we got so many messages that basically said the same thing, which is please get more cruises out of West Coast, please get more cruises out of Australia, more cruises out of Canada, more cruises out of Baltimore, more cruises out of Texas, you know, the same type of request. And I don't know if you guys know, but we actually have a roadmap where you can vote on the World Schooling trips that you want to see this year or next year, and you can see what's in the works and you can upvote it so we can prioritize that. So that really helps us kind of determine what you all want, because ultimately, you know, we're creating this for the community. We're not doing this for ourselves. So please utilize that. The way you can get to the roadmap is you just DM us or comment the word updates and you will get a link to the roadmap. Let us know like where your interest lies. But anyways, there's lots of requests for specific things. The way we select these World Schooling cruises is we see what the demand is. We see which cruises or trips performed really well last time, had lots of interest, had lots of bookings, and which ones we had trouble getting a group on. No one wants to go on a group trip that doesn't have a group, right? And that's like my biggest fear, let's say, or concern, is that I will put something out there and we will do all this work on something and we'll have, you know, one or two families book and then no one else wants to book because, you know, too expensive or out of the wrong port or whatever it is. So we need to be always looking at the demand. Like, what is it that you guys want? But more importantly, what is it that you'll actually book? Because those are two different things. Just because people are saying this is what we want doesn't mean that it will actually translate into you going on that cruise. If you want to let us know in a better way which itineraries that you want and which ports that you want, the roadmap is one thing that is very helpful for us, more like long term. But what you can do is just start sharing our accounts, our information with people around you, with your local community. Because if you want cruises out of Baltimore and there's really no one else in our huge community that is interested in cruises out of Baltimore, then we're not going to be able to run it. Even if we put it out there, it's not going to happen. And that's like the last thing that I want to do. In the past, when we've run cruises from the West Coast, they weren't super popular. I think that this year is going to be different because we have a lot more people from the West Coast now than we did before. But we have Alaska cruises always from the West Coast. We have Trans-Pacifics always from the West Coast. And also, you know, a lot of cruises in general come from the East Coast of the United States. If you look at all cruises all together, all over the world, globally, 43% of cruises go out of the East Coast of the United States. Only 17, which is quite a distant percentage, go out of Europe. And then everywhere else in the world, it's more like 3%, 8%, 6%. So it's not that we are necessarily picking one thing over another. It's that cruise lines have already determined where there's the most demand, and we're sort of following that as